Here in the United States, supporters of an immigration policy overhaul hope that 2014 will be the year that sweeping changes are implemented. Indeed, the U.S. is actively recruiting immigrants and tourists from China, even opening new visa processing centers in the country. Throughout America's history, Asian immigrants have had a major impact on the economy here. Mark New has some sweet insight.
When CEO Andrew Lee walks through the office, it feels like home. Good morning from his nephew, another nephew, another nephew, and his sister-in-law. This company is all about family and perseverance. Andrew and his 4 brothers are Chinese from Vietnam. In the late 1970s, Andrew tried to escape 3 times before finally making it to this boat where pirates repeatedly robbed them.
But the Lees and their family eventually made it to Malaysia. And then they eventually made it here to San Francisco. And they learned English. And they worked as handymen, and they worked as seamstresses. And eventually, Andrew and his brothers earned enough money to buy a small bakery.
President Obama recognized this humble bakery because it blossomed into so much more.
Today, the Sugar Bowl produces nearly 60 million in total sales each year. It employs 300 people, has 6 different production lines, producing 6 different delicious products.
The pastries are now sold at stores in 10 countries, including the top 25 retailers in the United States, like Costco and Safeway.
Some of the big companies, they love the underdog. They try to pick us up, try to give us a chance. But at the end of the day, this is your products. This is your values. This is the quality of your products, the integrity of your companies and your people.
All 5 Lee brothers remain at the heart of the business. And even with 5 nephews, a niece, and a sister-in-law working here too, Andrew remains firm about the leadership of the company.
And I make it very clear to my brothers, my sister-in-laws, my wife, my children, and my nephews and my nieces. If you are the best qualified person, you should run the company. If you are not, then don't fight for it. Let people come in and run the company, and then they will benefit everyone who works here.
For now, it's Andrew who's the best person to lead the day-to-day operations. He's a stickler about quality control, as he shows me how one of his favorite products, the Petit Palmier, is made.
So our Palmier has 26% butter and grade AA butters. We are the #2 butter user in Northern California.
No preservatives, ingredients like butter, flour, and sugar. The recipe is simple, but there's a complexity to it too. 384 layers go into a single pastry.
The more layers we have, the crispier that is.
As Andrew peels back the many layers of his life, he still has a hard time believing that out of all the immigrant stories, President Obama chose his. He says the recipe for success in his complex life is rather simple.
My philosophy is, the harder you work, the luckier you get.
Andrew's formula also includes some methods CEOs may find hard to believe. He has no secretary, so he can respond to his own messages quickly. And he continues to come to work at the plant 7 days a week. Mark New, CCTV, Hayward, California.